Hello, ladies and gents! Once in a while we all have to have a little bit of fun, so it's probably high time for another Platoon action of the crazier sort. Triple E25 madness it is then, courtesy of Indignant Beaver, Indignant Pterodactyl and Indignant Porcupine. Yeah, don't ask. So, one of the main strengths of this machine is its stealthiness, and that's exactly what we are going to throw out of the window right away. Time to go ham! Check this one out! Alright, so here we are in our E25s, this time around in a standard battle on Roomberg. Now, having a quick look at the matchmaking, it's actually a single tier battle, something that you started to see with the new matchmaking from patch 9.18, and something that's actually being addressed in 9.19. I have to say I don't really mind single tier battles, I think it's a really fair playing field for everyone. But I guess it's pretty difficult to ace things in a single tier battle, apart from tier 10s of course, because you can't shoot those higher tier machines earning those juicy experience points. Anyway, at least we don't have to kick around those poor tier 6s and tier 5s in our E25. Now, talking about E25s, we will be following in the Indignant Beaver in his machine for most of the battle, as he will be the one doing most of the heavy lifting from the platoon. Of course we will be joining the others as well, as they sink their teeth into the enemy team. Now, rushing into an early aggressive position has already rewarded us with the first kill, and we better focus on the gameplay as from now, because there will be no stopping from here. So actually about the placement, one of the E25s decided to go to the city. We came here into this lovely position from where we have beautiful shots at the heavy tanks as they start to push, especially at this IS-2 is just committing suicide. Look at that focus on the T-20, he's pushing actually into a crossfire, he's being shot from the Tiger from behind, from us, from the guys behind us. And he's already down. Wow. We were not the only ones getting our hands dirty though, so let's switch quickly over to the Indignant Pterodactyl, who decided to set up shop right here on top of the ridge, and has now beautiful shots at all those tanks on the other side, including that very poor T-25-2. So that was a quick kill, but let's head back to Beaver, let's see what we are up to. So after murdering that IS-2, we are now rushing in to get the kills. Well, unless Mr. Pterodactyl steals them from us from up there on the ridge. That's okay though, there is still plenty other targets to shoot at, including some juicy artillery. That's what we like to see. GW Panther really focusing heavily on the city. He is just giving us an easy kill. And oh look, there is his friend. Come on, first one goes into the ground, the second one secures the kill. Not bad at all. Now let's switch back again to the ridgeline, however this time to the Indignant Porcupine, who did start the match in the city. However, as he lost most of his health, he is now pulling back to snipe and do quite a good job at that. So we secured the kill there on the VK3002, and now we have shots at all the other guys there. As we see that the Indignant Pterodactyl has left the ridge already and is joining Beaver up ahead. Quite a bit of action going up there, and we will check that out in a second. And here we are, so this is Beaver pushing the advance after killing those two artillery and joining the Indignant Pterodactyl, making a lovely VK sandwich here. However, there is a big difference between the two guys here. We can use these houses to actually get ourselves into cover, not to get shot in the side by the Su-122-44 and the Jagdpanther, two extremely dangerous tank destroyers, especially if they are top tier. Which unfortunately could not be said for our teammates, so that's already one of the E25s out of the game. Now this is a bit of a sticky situation here. I guess we probably will have to try to run away, pull back, and then engage from another angle, because you don't really want to go face to face with a Jagdpanther. And that's when the bad news strikes. Let's see what actually happened. The enemy E25 makes a really cool move here. unfortunately assassinating our other teammates, so the platoon has been reduced to a single person, and then he continues to push on and also murder the SP-1C. Well, if you give E-25s free hands, that's exactly what's going to happen. Now he loses there quite a bit of health to the SP-1C, however in the end finishes the job. And with that move, suddenly this whole flank is empty apart from us, so I guess it's high time to get out of here as soon as we can. This is not a position you want to be sitting in. And that's exactly what we are going to do. We might be going super aggressive mode in this match. Not your usual background sniping, definitely. However, that doesn't mean that we should be careless. Let's look for a better opportunity, and that's usually going where most of our team is. Let's see if we can do something about those heavies, get some damage, and at the same time also allow our team to finally push through this flank and join us in taking out those tank destroyers in the field. Lovely shot there into the Tiger P, and also our tracks eat the shot from the T-29. That was super duper lucky. And I guess that T-29 is really determined to get us. Yep, he definitely was focusing us hard there, not helping out the Tiger P, who then we can take out in return. And I think we can just go for the killing shot here. We can hit one from the T-29, especially as I think he's using the smaller gun. Or maybe he just did roll super low there, I don't know, but be as it may, we can definitely afford to take a single shot from him. So far so good, however there are still some dangerous tank destroyers laying in ambush there on the other side of the cap. There's actually one of them. There's both of them, well they are not making a good job of trying to stay in cover, that's for sure. However, they can still easily win this as we try to push into them. SU-12244, however, makes a catastrophic mistake. We switch here to APCR because that thing has brutal armor for tier 7. And that allows us to get, well, that would allow us to get an easy kill on him, securing the Redley Walters, but unfortunately, artillery snatches away the kill. Oh man, that's so annoying. I guess Beaver is a little bit annoyed about the fact as well, calling out Arty on it. Alright, so now we can feast on this Jagdpanther. Two guys without any turrets, but this is not the awkward dance that you usually see from these non-turreted tank destroyers because, well, E-25s, surprisingly nimble machines. And that only leaves us with the E-25, however we did see that that guy actually knows what he's doing. As he takes out unfortunately another member from our team, so it's a 3 versus 1, but it's an E-25 who is already on 5 kills in a map where he can really just keep his distance if he is careful. So, what will the end of the match look like? Will we just camp in an advantageous position, hoping that we will find him first? Will we team up with the KV-3 and try to lure him in an ambush? Or will we just load the APCR, go all in and headbutt him on the way out? That's my kind of E-25 replay. Now that's what I call some refreshing E-25 madness. 12 kills, over 6000 damage and a ton of in-your-face action. That's what we like to see. Naturally, of course, this was an ace tanker for the Indignant Beaver with a well-earned Redley Walters, Pescucci's high-caliber crucial contribution and of course a Top Gun. Looking at the team results, there was mostly tank destroyer domination from both sides, with special mention for the enemy E-25, who finished the match on 5 kills himself. A lot of the enemy players did actually play rather well, so undoubtedly this would have been a loss would it not be for our platoon. And last but not least, a total of 41 shells have been fired in these less than 7 minutes, 36 hitting their mark and 32 going through as well. And although quite a few APCR shells have been fired this round, in the end we still closed the match with a rather nifty 46,000 credit net profit. Not too shabby. Alright, this was then our latest Platoon play. I hope you all enjoyed this little mayhem just as much as I did, and if so, thanks a lot for considering giving this a like or sharing it. Special thanks of course to the Indignant Beaver for sending this one in. Congratulations for another fun round, and please do keep your good habit of sending these over. As for the next videos, tomorrow we are already closing the week with a usual episode from our Arty Party series, and then over the weekend we are going to have two rather special guests, a Death Star who barely fires any hash, and the quote-unquote nerfed T110E5 who still goes through the enemy team like they were butter. Thanks a lot for watching everyone, and I already look forward to seeing you again in one of the next videos.